Happy Monday night, everyone. It sure is nice to have you here with us.
Hi.
So welcome. It's a beautiful day here where we are. I finally think springtime is coming and might stay. So I hope it's a beautiful day where you are too.
Yeah, it's only been a month.
And happy Passover to everyone here who celebrates Passover. It's a really important day to remember and an important time period. So it's nice to have everyone here. Let's start off. I just, Larry, I think you're the first one here to post 100 there in Sun City today. That sounds really nice. And then here's Midge. She was with us on the Eclipse cruise. And she is right. It's 5 o'clock. Why are we not in the Juneau dining room together? That's where we used to be. And I really miss those days when I think of getting to be there with all of you. Today I got to talk to Eric and Barbara who were there, and Alan and different Barbara are coming with us on the Antarctic cruise, and you all just have my heart. So thank you for coming with us. And Midge, sweetie pie,
So
nice to see you.
You need to plan to join us.
Yeah, well, not everybody can go everywhere all the time.
No.
And I get that. So, hey, Jeffrey, good to see you. Cruising for One. If you guys don't follow along with him, he's got a great blog. So just, Google blog Cruising for One and you'll find it. Carrie's off before we know it. He's flying to Tokyo tomorrow. So safe travels, Carrie. Yeah, travel so safely. Let's see. And Vanjie, hey there, Vanjie. And Michael, good to see you, Michael. Nice to see you. He's going to come with us. And Bruce, hey there, and Michael and Nancy. You guys are awesome. It's so fun. I see your names and it makes me happy. And Ann and Patty, nice to see you. Holly, hey there, you and Craig, they were with us as well. So see, we're not the same after we meet people, are we? It changes who we are a little bit for the better. So
well, here, you need to see
it's a good thing. It's good people. And Tim and Cindy.
On the Island Princess.
Betty, you are still on that Island Princess. Lucky lady. I hope you're having a wonderful time. So Susan is in the Diamond Princess there off the coast of Japan. Wow. Yeah, let us know how your cruise is going. I'm really excited. Happy everybody is out there cruising.
That just does our heart good to know that you're out there.
It does.
You're just having a good time.
More and more as more time passes and the more things that I hear of and see, the more grateful I am for the chance that we all have another day and that we get to go, like when we can go, that we go. It's really important. And that's the only thing that I don't like about Antarctica not being until 2026 is that, it's a year and a half away. And so we've got a while to wait, but we'll plan on everyone being able to come that wants to come. So, and it's, Vanjie, it is so good to see you. Really good to see you, sweetheart. Yeah.
Curtis,
hey there. Nice to see you. Yeah, it's really good to see you guys. I was thinking of what we needed to talk about. There's Connie and Michael. Nice to have you with us, and Susan. So I just love, and I love that you talk to each other. That's awesome.
Yeah.
So when I was thinking, Michael's got a question.
There's a couple of questions.
You help me with the question, sweetheart.
Here's our first question.
Okay. It's my first time. Hey, Holly, thanks. If you don't drink alcohol, is $360 worth the cost? Yes. In fact, today I was working on making my list and everything so that I can do my 360 video so we can get it out this week. Yes, it is worth it. Absolutely. And, one thing that I think is really unique to the 360 experience is even though we don't drink alcohol, when we arrive there, they give everyone a welcome cocktail that has like this cool 360 on the top of it. They were ready because they ask you when they call you if you drink alcohol. When you're on board the ship, they call you, tell you where to be when, and ask if you drink alcohol. And they were ready with a mocktail, and it wasn't just 7-Up. So often a mocktail is something that's not
7-Up
really
with a cherry in it.
Yeah, but it was really, really delicious. And then throughout the evening, they brought us a few different kinds of, pretty much punch, but different mocktails. And it was really good. So as they would set down glasses of wine for the guests that drink alcohol, they would set down a new mocktail for us. And so it was really fun. It was delicious.
We got at least 4 different ones.
And so
5
that,
when you count that first one.
And so that, and then the other thing that I think is worth it while we're talking about it here is Spellbound is worth it if you don't drink alcohol as well. It's also $149 and it's an experience as well, just like, well, different, but 360 is an experience, and they bring you mocktails there in Spellbound, and they're really cool. They're delicious. They're not like they're a real mocktail, and they're very unique to Spellbound, so you can't go anywhere else in the world and get them. They're just there on the Sun Princess for Spellbound. So I think they're doing a really good job with it. But yeah, we thoroughly enjoyed 360. I would do 360 since it is so expensive. I would do it again with a group for fun. I don't think I need to do it every time we go on a ship that has it, because that would be a lot.
Yeah.
But we thoroughly enjoyed it. It's something I think is definitely worth experiencing at least once, and then you can decide what to do with your budget as to how many times you want to do it. And so I need to if anybody here is watching, or you're here with us now or watching later and you're going to be on the Love Boat cruise, if you would like me to try to get a time that we can have 20 people in our group enjoy 360 at the same time, tell me. Okay. So I've emailed Princess if we could do that. I've not heard back from them yet, but we have a secret agent that is willing to help us, an amazing Let's Go family member who will be on the Enchanted, and can see if he can move some things around there to help them accommodate us. So speak up, and I'll be in touch otherwise too, but please do.
Well, and again, the food that they give you is just incredible.
It is really, really good food.
That spaghetti pasta was... The lemon,
the things. It's like, here's the main dining room, here's specialty dining, and here's 360 with what they served. So I think it was worth it. Yeah, I would do it again, easily do it again. So yeah, thanks for asking, Holly. If you have more questions, just pop them in there.
And Pat's on the Regal Princess.
Oh, Pat. Oh, they're on their wedding cruise. So I am really happy for them. They're gonna come with us. Yeah. So excited.
So here, Michael has a question.
When using Easier, when does Princess usually book the flights? So officially, they book them when you book them, like when you book them and pay for them, they're booked. But the key is to when they actually pay for them and ticket them. And that I have seen vary an awful lot. Sometimes people get their ticket. And to know if yours is ticketed, you just look at your travel summary. And if they're, when you look at the flight information, if there's a ticket number, it's ticketed, it's paid for. But if there's not a ticket number, then you've got a reservation. And with a reservation, you can reserve seats, you can upgrade your seats, you can do whatever you want. But until it's paid for, that's the key. That's why we had the problem that we had, that I've talked about probably way too much when we went to the Mediterranean in 2022. And so I've seen, like I was saying, like a couple of months out, people are ticketed months out. And then there are some that are going in May that aren't ticketed yet, that I've been keeping my eye on. And so, yeah. And the hard thing is that once you get in with a 45-day window, you can't request early ticketing. And sometimes even when you request early ticketing outside that 45-day window, then the actual price of the ticket can change. So it's all very tricky business. So yeah, you just have to kind of decide if it's like, well, I think part of it depends on how much money you're saving, right? If you save a lot of money with it, then it is a little bit more it's a little bit more enticing to think, well, I can go with that uncertainty if I can get my tickets for that much cheaper. But yeah.
Well, and just as kind of a recap for those that may be new here of how we've doing right now, we book ourselves usually through Delta. But I do compare every time we've gone on a cruise. I will still open up Easy Air. Yeah. And I find that it's
very similar.
Very similar, if not. Yeah.
Sometimes it's cheaper to just book them on Delta, or it's about the same. So, and if you're new around here, when we went to the Mediterranean in 2022, I'll make this fast. They did not ticket our flights to come home by the time we were leaving to go on our trip. And so it was like a 2.5 3-week trip. And so halfway through, they changed our flights to American from Delta. And on American, we have status, we get upgraded.
No, Delta, we have
Delta,
status.
sorry. On Delta, we don't have to pay for luggage. We don't have to pay for good seats. And on American, to make a long story short, it was going to be between
it would have cost more
$700 or $800 to pay for the seats, because by then there are no seats. You have to pay to get a seat that's not on, that's anyway, you'd had to pay to get a seat. You had to pay to check your luggage. And so
a two-leg trip became a three-leg trip.
yeah. And so we
just
ended
all
up,
kinds of things.
through truly the hand of the Lord, we were able to get our old flights back, but only because I got finally, after call after call after call, got a really nice Princess Easier person that could see what had happened and felt bad for us. And so she put us back. So, but I know it cost them a lot of money, but they should have just paid for it. So anyway, it was a hassle.
Yep.
So, and Common Plant Queen, good to see you. Yeah. Let's see, Michael, they're off in a few days. Any veranda rooms available for the Alaska group cruise out of Seattle? There sure are. Yes, my dear. Send me an email. Let's go traveltips@gmail.com. Yeah, I would put my phone number out there, but then I would get a bunch of funny calls or texts. So thank you, Sandra. Would love to have you join us. I can't remember right off how many people. It's not a huge group. It's more than 10, but it's not huge. So we'd love to, even if it was huge, we'd love to have you come. So let's see, only 800 days until the next Eclipse cruise. And who is counting? I love that. Thank you very much. Thank you, thank you, thank you. It's good to have you with us.
Yeah.
Let's see, and Yuki's here. Lucy booked Alaska for the end of August. Has anyone noticed how high the excursions have gotten? Yes. Yes. In fact, I was looking at the excursions in Alaska today, and like some of them went like our excursion that goes from in Juneau that is, goes up to the Sawyer Glacier and everything through Tracy Arm Fjord. It's going to be beautiful, but it has doubled.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is so much more expensive than when we booked it. And I've noticed even on Celebrity, when we are looking at trying to nail everything down for our cruise there this fall, it's so expensive. Yeah, excursions have gone up a lot, even since the last time we were in that region. Yeah, excursions are up. Yeah, a lot.
Yep. Driving to work the other day, I saw another Alaska bus practicing training. So,
yeah, it's so exciting. I love when the Alaska season starts.
Yeah.
It is just exciting. It's really exciting because so many people go on their first cruise ever to Alaska. So it's all the anticipation with your first cruise. So many families go. And then you have people that just know how fabulous it is and they go more than once. It's just such a special time of year, I think. Yeah, it's got this whole region that's not in play the rest of the cruise season. So it's really fun.
Yeah.
Let's see. Sorry.
Sorry, go ahead.
No.
Okay, well, this is.
She had to change it to from afternoon to early morning. Oh, thank you, Artie. Thanks for saying that. Yeah. I appreciate that. Everybody
continue to check your excursions.
Keep an eye, and you know what? Keep an eye too in case something's been canceled that you didn't receive notification that it's been canceled or something. Every once in a while that happens with excursions too. Then you can know you have to hurry and choose something else or whatever. Yeah. And Michael's leaving on the NCL Prima on this Saturday, the 27th. So I'm so excited. You know what? The Prima, it looks like they have a beautiful spa. They have those race cars. They've got all the fun things on the Prima. So I'm excited to hear how it goes, Michael. Godspeed.
Yeah.
And bon voyage. Yeah. Let's see. Oh, thank you, Tim. And Cindy and girls, it's nice to see you. This is the one we had for a while, and then we've been switching out. And we sent one to get printed, and they printed it wrong. So we're just going to stick with this while we work out the glitches. So thanks, you guys. Yeah. Thank you. Yeah, this one I like. I like this.
It's just nice to shake it up.
It is.
We'll keep you guessing this way.
Well, yeah. So got Sharon from Texas. Nice to see you. She's coming. They're coming on the Antarctica cruise. I know it's just going to be the best time. Yeah. So just get ready for fun. Yeah. And Lori's leaving tomorrow for Japan. 8 weeks from today, Life, Liberty, and Guns is going to be on the Crown Princess with their children, their spouses, and 4 grandchildren. All of us in the main dining room. I like how you're laughing there. You know what? It's going to be grand. And it's just the happiest thing. I love being in the main dining room and seeing, especially to me, it's so sweet when you see multi-generational families because it means y'all are there together. How often do we get that with our whole family together? Not often enough.
Yeah.
So enjoy it for us.
Yeah.
Yeah. Enjoy every minute. And those little sweetie pies grow up so fast. Oh, Jeffrey, thank you for saying that. He
Yeah.
keeps checking his dining reservations. I need to find my email. Somebody sent me an email the other day, nope, a text saying that all of a sudden their dining reservations were gone. So I'm glad yours are still there, Jeffrey. Every time things go away, I always hope they're updating something to make it better. So we can be really hopeful about that. Oh, Wendy, thank you. Thank you, sweet lady. Thank you. Thank you. Gordon's better at that than I am. Thanks, Wendy. They're going to come with us on the Love Boat. Yeah. Yeah, that Love Boat cruise. I just keep waiting for more details from Princess. I don't know what's taking them so long. So I want to know. I want to know how we can talk to Gopher. And I want to know how to talk to Isaac. It's just so much fun. Or get my picture with them. I don't know. Last time on the other Love Boat cruise, they were so patient. People lined up and they just sat kind of like at this table thing on like high enough chairs that you could come and stand behind them to get your picture. I'll have to have Gordon dig up my picture and put it in somewhere. But it was really fun. And I think they probably sat there for 3 hours just smiling so that everyone could get their picture with them. But yeah, it'll be fun to see.
So Code 4 for Life came and went.
Oh, they're off. How is that Oceania doing? Internet's very slow, 73%, 36 hours. I've heard that they don't have the fastest Wi-Fi, but some days, who needs the fastest Wi-Fi?
Right.
You know,
you're having cocktails. That's what you need.
From the Regatta, beautiful ship, and amazing crew. Well, we've been following so far. So if you guys don't follow Code 4 for Life, you've got a YouTube channel, go follow them.
Yeah, thanks for checking in.
Yeah, thanks for popping in, you guys. Let's see, save 400. Oh, thank you, Carrie, for noting that. Everybody can read. Let's see, there's Rhonda. What does she say? If you received an Eclipse video, option to purchase pro photos and a certificate. Yes, my dear. So we got, your time-lapse video also got the Panama Canal. So Rhonda was on the Emerald Princess. And so she left Los Angeles April 5th, whereas we left the 3rd. But then they were out there, like we could see them. I think, Gordon, you put that in my video, didn't you? Like my footage of the Emerald over there.
I think, I'm pretty sure I did. So, yes, I did.
So we could see them over there. So I'm thinking of you guys over there on the Emerald Princess, and they took pictures of our ship and we took pictures of their ship like the professionals did and shared them with each other. And so, yes, we didn't have an Eclipse video to buy. But we bought some professional photos. We sure did. And we did get a certificate of participation for an Eclipse cruise. Yeah. So I'm glad you got one too. But how cool is that you got to have video of going through the canal as well? Yeah, that's amazing. If they would have done that cruise as the Eclipse cruise first, that's where we would have been. So, but we really enjoyed what we did. But yeah, that Panama Canal is amazing. Be seeing you, Steve. I like that. Fly into Vancouver the day before the cruise, purchase Princess transfer. So how do I know when to be back to the airport to catch the transfer? You know what? They run transfers pretty late but if it was me, I'm always there by 9 because when you get there, you go to baggage claim and find the Princess people. They take your luggage, then they give you a little piece of paper that has directions on where to walk in the airport to get out to where they load the transfer buses. Once you get out there, you check in again, and then you go sit down, and they give you a number so that then you go sit down. And then when they call your number, that's when you know that you proceed and get on a bus. All right. So people will be getting there really early because there are some people that fly in the morning of. And so if their flight is there at 7, they're going to be over there and checked in. So I always want to be over to the airport no later than 9. And 9 is maybe, sometimes I go earlier, but I would say be there by 9. You can get there by 11 and still be okay. But I would go earlier because as soon as you go, you get out there, they usually start boarding the ship by like 10:30, I would say. And so you can be on and enjoying your drink up by the pool or in the piazza, whatever, by like 10:45 or 11, something like that. So that's what I would do if it was me. The earlier you get there, the earlier start your cruise. So yeah.
But don't fret about it. Don't get anxious about it. But then we've also heard people who love to show up at the end, like at 2:00. And everybody else has already gotten on the ship. Don't
be there at 2:00.
Yeah, that's not what I would recommend. Late. I'm just saying, we've heard people say they do that. That's not us. We don't recommend.
It's not a good idea. You should only be that late if your flight was late. Yeah. That's what you do. Get right back there to the airport. Get on that transfer. So,
Yeah.
And we noticed when we were in Los Angeles, and this is a good note, we noticed when we were in Los Angeles just this time that when we were just going to, we had to be out of our cabin by 8. And so like 10 to 8, we were out there and they were already dropping passengers off that had been picked up at the airport. And so they would have a longer wait at the terminal. So you don't need to be there that early. But it's nice to know they start moving people right away.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's really exciting, isn't it? Yeah.
So Wendy, who gave us that nice super sticker, she has a question
thanks. Here. You know what? They have not announced when the vow renewal is going to be. And you know what? Let me look at that itinerary really quick here, Wendy, because let's see.
Do you want me to look while you?
Okay, you look here. Get the app to open. We'll see if it's showing up yet on the schedule of events. I don't know that it is, but that's how we're going to see when it is. Because, usually they'll have the first formal night will be on the first sea day, but the first sea day isn't until the last day. And so I was thinking we could look and see like what time we're leaving everywhere, because they'll usually have one if they have it on a port day.
We
like
have
on
2
an earlier
days where we
leaving.
leave around 3:00.
Oh, it'll probably be
out of
then.
Canada.
Yeah. Oh, but that's at the end too.
Right. So I'm wondering if they just may have it earlier.
On like what time do we leave? Like Newport or Boston?
I think is 5:00. Boston's at 8.
Oh, Boston. It won't be on the Boston day then. Yeah. So maybe then. The vow renewal, they haven't announced that yet unless it's in that schedule of events.
I'm still waiting. I'm still waiting. Oh, there we go.
No, I agree with you that, well, we have one specialty dining that we have booked that we need to go to and we're excited to go to. So that night we're not going to eat in the dining room. I think it's September 4th. I could let everybody know, but yeah, that's the hard thing to miss out. And so on the second formal night is when they'll have the lobster. And so that might be on the, let's see, 7654. I guess I don't know, but he's bringing that up and we'll look, Wendy. That's a good question. I'm going to write that down because we need to make sure we put that in as soon as we can see it. Yeah. Formal nights.
Now I got in, but now it's waiting to switch.
Yeah. So yeah.
That's because I'm not on board.
But we'll come back to that, Wendy, while he's looking here. Yeah. If you don't do excursions, is Alaska cruise worth the money? It is.
Yes.
Oh, yes. You get to see so much. So if you don't do the excursions, do your best to book an Alaska cruise that does Glacier Bay. That's what I would say. The Hubbard Glacier is absolutely beautiful, but it's much more of a sail in, be there for an hour and sail out, whereas Glacier Bay is an all-day affair. And it's really beautiful. And you know what? Sailing in and out of Skagway is breathtakingly beautiful. You're there. Is that the Lynn Canal, I think? By Skagway. It is so beautiful. Every time we are going in or out of Skagway, I make it a point to be out there because it is that beautiful. It just fills you up inside. And then Ketchikan has a very beautiful inside and sail in and sail out. And also Ketchikan, well, in all the towns, they like drop you right there. In Skagway, you can see everything. It's not a huge town. You can go down their main street. It's called Broadway and get if you want a little something to eat, or they sell lots of ice cream and fudge there as well. You can enjoy that, look around, go over and see the little graveyard from the gold rush days. It's just really fun to see there. And in Ketchikan, depending on when you go, you can walk and you could take Cindy up and see the salmon running there on Creek Street. You can see it in the river. But yeah, it's worth it, even if you don't go on an excursion. It's worth it. Absolutely. Yeah. I can think of things for you to do. Yeah. So yeah, I mean, yeah. Thanks for asking that, Tim. That's a really good question for people. And in Juneau, you can walk around, but it's just beautiful to see. So before we went to Juneau, I admit I had read about Juneau, but I hadn't looked at a lot of pictures. I didn't realize how beautiful it was. I didn't realize it was in a rainforest. Had no idea. So it's just absolutely beautiful. Yeah. It's nice to see.
Nothing on the schedule.
Nothing.
Just the times that we get into port.
Okay, but I have well, what times do we have early, Sweet Pea?
It doesn't say on here, so I've got to go to here.
Okay, let's see. But Wendy will follow up and we'll keep our eye out. Hey, Kevin, how are you doing?
I'm looking now.
Should I stay on board during my back-to-back when arriving in Vancouver? There will be 3 additional ships in port. I foresee long lines for reboarding if I hop on, hop off. Oh, you know what? This is what I always say, Kevin, and it's maybe my crazy side, but I think, how often am I in Vancouver? I'm going to get off and I'm going to go do the hop on, hop off bus. And if I have to wait in line for a while, it's okay. And truly, I feel like the longest lines for like that you would have reboarding a ship is if you come during peak embarkation time. So just don't come back and be there like between 11 and like 12:30 probably, because even when I went on Holland America out of Vancouver in 2022, there I had an embarkation time of like 2:00 is what time they assigned me, and I just decided to go at 1, and like I just walked through, nobody else was there. And so I think that really having to worry about really long lines reboarding would only be if you get there like in that window when everybody's coming from like somewhere between like 10 to, like I said, 12:30, because by 1 it was sure empty. I'm just putting that out there. And then you can enjoy getting to see everything because Vancouver is so beautiful.
Well, and will they require that he get off anyway?
In Vancouver? You probably have to get off and get right back on, but they give you a ticket so that you don't have to stand in the long line.
Right.
But I would get off and go. I'd do the hop on, hop off because Vancouver is so beautiful.
Yeah.
That's what I would do. So let me know what you decide.
Okay. Before you go on here, Rockland, Maine.
Okay.
With the sail away is at 3:00.
Oh,
so
what day of this?
That's Tuesday. That's like our third day on board.
Uh-huh.
So that's very, very likely going to be.
Do we get on Saturday or Sunday?
We get on Saturday.
Okay.
Sunday is Newport, Rhode Island. Sail away's at 5. Monday, we don't get into Boston until 11 in the morning, and sail away's at 8.
So it won't be that night.
So I'm guessing Rockland, Maine, we get in at 7 and sail away's at 3.
Yeah, that's a good day for it. What are the other days, love?
Wednesday, St. John, we get in at 3 in the morning and we leave at 3 in the afternoon.
So it could be then, but they don't usually do 2 in a row, right?
So that's Wednesday.
What's Thursday?
Thursday is Halifax, 9 to 6. And Friday is their sea day.
You know what? Maybe it'll be Monday because 5 o'clock. No, well, I guess that would be 2 in a row. No, Sunday. If we get on ship, maybe it'll be on Newport Day.
Could be. Yeah, because Monday is Boston at 8 o'clock.
We'll just keep an eye and see what it shows up. But it's a really good question, Wendy. But those are the days I would guess. Yeah, if I had to guess. If anybody has anything else to add, pop it in there. Let's see. Jen has started watching videos featuring Cunard's Queen Victoria. It's because I think you're going on that Cunard cruise, right? The Eclipse one. Yeah. So if anybody here loves Cunard, they have announced 3 Eclipse cruises. If you missed my video about that. Yeah. So one goes up to Iceland and Greenland. And you know what? Here's what I think about that. I think that going to Iceland and Greenland for it would be the coolest place to see it. I also think it's the riskiest. Now you can get rain anywhere, but they seem to have more weather up there. What do you think?
Well, yeah. Based on where they are geographically, that makes sense.
Yeah, when we were there in July last year, we missed one port for weather, but we didn't have great weather the rest of the time. One day it was like watery sunshine, I would say. It didn't rain, but it was, that kind of watery sunshine.
Yeah.
But the other days were very overcast. And when we were in Reykjavik, you combined the weather with that volcano, and we didn't see those 7 glaciers, the mountains that you're supposed to be able to see. Someday we'll have to try to go back and see that again. But yeah, I would say Spain has a better chance. But it can be, rain and be cloudy anywhere. So, thank you, Kiki. I'll reply. My email's a little bit full, but I'm working on it. So after this is over, I'm going to get right back to it. So thank you. If we have a confirmation on Easy Air, is it ticketed? There's a confirmation number, I believe, and a like a reservation number kind of thing, and a ticket number. Yeah, like there's 2 separate numbers that go with it over on the right. Like when you're looking at the travel summary over on the right-hand side. Yeah, I'll look at it again, Patty, and show it tomorrow or something.
Right. So if it's a confirmation number only, it's likely not ticketed.
Yeah, if there's just one number there, because you kind of get a confirmation number, and then you get the booking number, and then you get the like the air booking number, which is different than your cruise booking number. And then you get your ticket number. Yeah. Yeah, Wendy, it was amazing. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So that's why I'm like, does anybody, like, we just need 20 people. If we could get them to reserve a night and time to do it on the Enchanted Princess. And I cannot imagine somebody going to see that and not thinking it was really cool. I can see them thinking, oh, I don't have to do that every time I cruise because it's expensive, but it is really, really cool. Like if it was less expensive, I would probably do it more often, but it's really, really cool. It's very cool. Yeah, it's like it is completely immersive. Sometimes you smell, like when you're in the lemon groves on the Amalfi Coast, you smell lemon, and then they give you the lemon flavored pasta, which the recipe is on the screen for. So I got a picture of that, but it is just spectacular. And then when you're in the lavender fields of France, you smell lavender.
Yeah.
It's amazing. Yeah. So yeah, this is great. We got Judy and Robert here with us. Hey, you guys. Nice to see you. They were on the Eclipse cruise with us. Yeah, just love you guys. Yeah. Let's see.
Well, here's Nancy commenting for asking about the question about, is it worth it for not going on excursions?
Yeah, no, like to go on that the Mount Roberts tramway there. No. Just walk up there and buy your ticket. It is so much cheaper. Plus, if you pre-buy it, you could pull into Juneau and the clouds are so low that you take the tram up and you can't see anything anymore. Yeah. The very first time we went to Alaska, we just decided to do it. We didn't book the excursion, but it was kind of on a cloudy day. So we went up through the clouds, but luckily when we got up there, we could still see the ship a little bit down below. But there are days when it's completely socked in and you're not going to see it. So then you've like lost your money because you paid for the excursion. So when you pull in and it's good weather, you can just go do it. And it is a beautiful view from up there. They have a little gift shop. They have a place you can eat. It's really nice.
Yeah.
Yeah. I recommend doing it if you haven't done it. So that's a good one. Have you ever been to Haines or Sitka? Valerie, yes.
Yes.
We have been to both. So Sitka, we went on Holland America last year, and it is amazing. So when you go to Sitka, so Sitka doesn't have as many cruise ships calling there as like your Juneau, Ketchikan, and Skagway do, but they have some really unique things that are offered there. Like if you're a wildlife photographer, like going to Sitka should be on your list of places to go. We did a rib boat ride there that took us out to see whales and otters, which was beautiful.
It was great. We went to a volcanic beach and an island. We didn't get off. Just saying, you could see it from the shore. There was a gray whale that swam underneath our boat.
Yeah, like if we would have wanted, it could have touched it, like this close, like with my hand, but I didn't because I don't think I should. No. But and the one thing really that you should do before you go there, read more about the history of Sitka. I had read a little bit, but I still need to go back. I've actually ordered some books that I haven't had a time to read yet because there is so much history there. It is beautiful. So I recommend that. And then Haines, as you come into Skagway, Haines is right to the left as you come into Skagway, right before you get up that final canal area there into Skagway. And they run a lot of really good excursions there. So since they had trouble with the dock there, since there was that landslide, there have been more cruise ships docking in Haines than before. But it'll be interesting to see how that works when Skagway's got it all up again. It might go back to what it was. But anyway, we went, if you want to go on an excursion that goes from Haines and you are there in in Skagway, they run a lot of those. And so you just take the ferry over. And we did one where they picked us up like in a school bus kind of bus and took us out. And we got to go on, what kind of boat was that? An airboat?
A jet boat.
A jet boat. Yeah. It's not loud like those ones are in the Everglades.
No.
Oh my goodness.
It's actually a boat that they have built themselves. The people that run this river excursion.
So they took us out there. Everybody, they give you another coat to put on because it's colder going in the water. And that was in July. Yeah. And
August.
Was it August?
That was our first cruise
2021.
Back. Yeah.
And so they take you along and they stop here and there. Like we saw lots of eagles, we saw a moose, we saw some different kind of birds.
Yeah.
And did we see a bear? No, we didn't see a bear.
I don't recall seeing a bear.
We didn't see a bear.
But we saw It was
It
the
was,
whole thing was just incredible.
yeah, they zip you
You
along.
circle around.
It was beautiful. You're going like where people generally aren't. Yeah, it was really cool.
It's in the middle of an eagle reserve.
It is.
And they actually, what do they call it? Eagle Alley or something in November. There's eagles everywhere.
Yeah, they have like thousands of eagles that come.
Yeah.
So yes, we did that. And then the fun thing was on the way back, they gave us a homemade lunch and they like made it.
Yeah.
Like, oh my goodness. It was really, and it's just run by people that live there that are just doing that as their job. It was wonderful. And there are other excursions out of Haines. And then there's the one that you go to see the Davidson Glacier is, it's not, you don't quite go to Haines. You come down the channel.
A little further south.
Yeah. From Sitka. No, it's like, you're like, here's Haines and you come around and it's a little bit up.
Oh, okay.
Okay. And you get off and you tromp through the tall grass to get over to where you're going to go to get on the school bus. And they take you up a ways. But that's close to Haines too, is what I'm trying to tell you. That's also a very worthwhile excursion. You go on a canoe.
She got to do it without me, so we're going to do it this year in July.
Yeah, we're going to do it this year. So yeah, go. Yep, go. I would say go. Yeah. So so Princess, like I said, doesn't usually go to Sitka. I can't remember if they go there any this year, but Holland America does. So pick up one of those sometime if you're someone that gets to go back. Yeah. Or if you're going to go one time and you want to go to Sitka, go. So in Sitka, let me finish. I'll tell them this too. So you can book an excursion, but then also when you get off, there are people offering excursions. So if you couldn't decide, if there's something you really want to do and you can book it before, whether you're doing it with the ship or with Vite, you should do it because you don't want to have like your hopes and dreams riding on somebody standing there offering that tour, right? So do that. But other than that, go ahead. They have shuttles that they run from the cruise port area over to the town of Sitka. So you can go see the church. They have a Russian Orthodox church there and a street that has like lots of places to eat, lots of shopping.
Oh, the chowder, the sea chowder. That was good. Just a little little street vendor. She was just doing her chowder.
She was.
Yeah.
And he really enjoyed it.
But that whole street is just quaint and gorgeous.
It is. And then they drop you off at the center. I can't remember what it's called, but it's kind of like a community center place that has a little like a little smallish museum there that you can go in and look and see some of the history. It's really interesting.
Yeah, and it's about 3 blocks down to the end of the street for the harbor.
Yeah.
And there were some other restaurants that we didn't even get that far because we found the chowder and we were good.
He was happy. So yeah, but I would say you should go. So anybody have any other questions?
Well, highlight what Kat talks about.
Let's see. Hey, Kat, Calico, good to see you. I'm height averse, no helicopters or steep hikes or anything. I want to do Alaska, but I won't be able to do much.
You will be able to do a lot.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. You know what? I don't really like to hike. Don't tell anybody I said that. But it's not me. It's not me. And I have loved Alaska. And we live up against the mountains here. It's so beautiful where we live. And there are mountains like right here. Yeah. And, but I love to go to Alaska to see the scenery. You can go whale watching in Juneau. Go see those whales. Go see the Mendenhall Glacier. When you go to see that glacier, it's very civilized. There's sidewalks and you just walk up and see it. They've got a really nice,
visitor center.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah. With so much history, a film strip about it, everything. You don't have to hike to that.
You can walk down to the lake, but it's not steep.
It's not a hike. It's just walking down the little path and you walk right back up the path. It's not a long ways and it's not steep.
Right.
In Ketchikan, there is so much to do without having to want to hike at all. Or even go on a helicopter. No. And the same with Skagway. You don't have to go up. So like in Skagway, everybody says do the train, that White Pass Railway. If you don't like heights, don't do that. Like I don't like heights. But I'm used to kind of mountains because we live here. I guess, but I sat on the inside the whole way up and the whole way back. Yeah, I just did because I don't like heights. But anyway, don't do that. Go do that amazing airboat. What's it called?
The jet boat
ride over there.
Yeah, that's the one in Skagway, out of Haines.
Go do something like that. You don't have to hike. They take you right to where you get in the boat. They take good care of you. You don't have to do anything on the boat other than take pictures or sit there if you don't want to take a picture.
Ketchikan, you can go up the Misty Fjords.
That's a boat ride. Yeah,
And
there's all these things
a
to
lot
do.
of people love to see the lumberjack show in Ketchikan.
And we saw that one time.
Yeah, and lots of
Yeah.
wonderful shops there. And
Yeah.
if you're there in late July, August, you can walk through and see the salmon running in the river that runs through town.
Yeah, just book your cruise.
Yeah.
If you need help, send me an email and I'm delighted to help you. But
Yeah.
go to Alaska. Go to Alaska. Yeah. So thanks, Nancy. She chimed in and said the hop on, hop off in Vancouver is fabulous. Thank you. Yeah, Kevin, now you know, get off, take that hop on, hop off bus. Yeah. Let's see. Is there any particular ship captain you really like cruising with? Amy, yes. And I owe you an email. So Amy sent me an email. And she just had heard that on the MSC Seashore, it was Captain Bye Bye, which is Michael Tuvo. And we have sailed with him. Carol, our daughter and I, Caroline, sailed with him in the Mediterranean. And then Gordon and I were on the Star Princess with him back in like 20-something, when we went to Alaska that one July.
Yeah, that was 2017.
Yeah, and he was our captain. Love him to pieces. But yeah, he moved to, I want to say a couple of years ago now, he moved to MSC. And so did Dino. His name is Dino, man. I can't remember his last name, but we had sailed with him as well. And he has also moved to MSC. And I don't know if they get like a better pay package or if it's just because of the scheduling, that it was better for them to move there. I don't know, but I really do miss them. I would say probably, it's really interesting how you have different captains for different things. So on the cruise we were just on the Eclipse, we had an amazing captain for that.
Yeah.
He wanted to make it like the whole experience. He wasn't just, he knew the difference between giving people boat rides and taking them on a cruise, which is an experience. They're different things. Yeah. And he did a really good job with that. And then I think you say his name, Captain Ruggiero. And then we have been on, I can't remember the name of the captain when we went to Antarctica last time, but he was all about having us all be explorers and seeing as much as we could, taking the weather we'd been dealt with and taking us. So when you get to Antarctica, they don't necessarily go here, then here, then here. They look at what the weather is and take you where they can take you. As much as they can out of everywhere that's offered that they can go to there.
And he was chasing away from, he was chasing the sunshine.
Yeah, he was chasing the sunshine. He was. Yeah. So I don't know. Those,
and we had cloudy days, and that was great.
But I do miss Captain Tuvo. I do.
Yeah.
He was just great.
Yeah.
But I don't remember a bad captain yet. Sometimes some of them don't talk on the, to everybody near as much.
That's
I kind of like
their,
one that is, that's their MO, but I kind of like one that shares the experience a little more. Anybody else have a favorite captain or a favorite experience? Tell us in the comments. So, hey, Holly. So how do we know when you're doing group dining, want to do some with the group and some on their own? Here's what I would say at this point, Holly. So it's too far out for Princess to assign the dining time yet. So I have actually already sent that email, but I'm not heard back yet. And it's generally not assigned this early because that's clear not until, August 31st, and we're clear here in April. So what I would say is like book the dining that you want to do. And then you can count on us to be in the main dining room whenever you would like to join us. All right. And the other thing that goes with that, I think you could look at the schedule. I think it's September 4th that we have our own dinner that we're going to be doing.
Yeah.
And so you think it's the 4th? Okay. And so that's the only time that Gordon and I aren't going to be to dinner. And if the dining time that Princess gives us is way before that or way after that, then we'll join everybody.
Which may be the formal night.
Well, we don't
we're
know. Just going to take what we get.
We'll just take it. Yeah.
So, anyway, that's, so I would say book what you know that you want to do and just plan on it. And then the rest of the time, we'd love to have you join us as much as you would like. And it's really hard to me that we don't know this far out. So I get it. So, yeah. Oh, look. Oh, Wendy, you are booked for 360s. I was thinking as we were talking about days that September 4th was Dave's birthday because maybe that's why I picked September. I don't know, but that's really fun. Or we could do September 4th for 360 and move the other one. We could see here. I'm going to write this down.
Yeah.
Wendy 360 on September 4th. But doesn't that sound so much fun? I just need to make sure we have 20 people.
Yeah.
So. Hey, Jennifer, good to see you. I saw you.
Send an email.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, Jennifer, get in touch with me. Okay, yeah, send me an email or call me. She has my phone number. Let's see. Oveda, nice to have you. Good to have you with us. How do I find out about group sailings? I usually cruise solo. So we have a website and it's called letsgotraveltips.com. And when you go there, you can click on group cruises, I think it says, and
I'm
scroll
putting
down.
the link right here.
Gordon's going to work on that a little bit for us, but it lists the group cruises that we have. And so if it says group space only, it's one that I just have group space on. But if it lists the groups that we have so far. So yeah, we would love to have you come with us. And we do have solo cruisers come with us because you have an automatic, built-in family to eat dinner with and do things.
So this is the link to it.
Mm-hmm.
You don't have to write all that down. You can you can click on the comment that I just made, and it will take you to that site, which will show you all those group cruises.
Yeah. Oh, you're welcome, Mary.
So that was
we are having a fight with Mary's husband's military onboard credit. We're just having a fight, aren't we? Like I've asked and asked and asked. So, okay, a few things really fast here. Connie said, disappointed not able to go to Sitka. The next time we'll make sure it's one of our stops. Yeah, Sitka is definitely worth a visit. And they have like this whole mountain range there named after Explorer. It's just amazing. All of these things that, we need to learn about. So, and Eddie says, Vanjie, the three of you will come. Okay, Vanjie, I'm writing that down. Okay, so Vanjie will come for the 360. Okay, so 3 of them. And I am so excited. And then we could do... Oh, and Wendy and her husband and Dave. Okay. All right. Yeah. Thank you.
So Ed, this is the one that's in Ketchikan.
Oh, that's in Ketchikan. Yeah. They take you out, show you the crab pots, and then they take you back and feed you as much crab as you would like. Yeah. I was going to, and then until I couldn't.
It was fine. I held it this way, upside down.
Yeah.
It was just a happy little guy because we threw him back.
Yeah,
we didn't need
hurt him. No. Yeah. So Lois was saying that Dina was the captain on the last Love Boat cruise. Thank you for saying that, Lois. I totally forgot. So yeah, he's not on Princess anymore either. And Holly said the Seascape. Thank you. I always mix up the Seashore and the Seascape. So, but anyway, they're not with Princess anymore, and I've missed them.
So
but I still follow them on. Okay, we've got. Okay, I'm just gonna. We can fill up 20 people. Okay, Lois. Okay, and her husband. Okay, so 360. Okay, these are awesome. Yeah. Okay. Holly just walked the trails. There you go. Good maps and saw lots of nature and history. Thanks for saying that, Holly. So that's for somebody that wants to hike, and for somebody that doesn't want to hike, you don't have to hike. So, but it is really beautiful. It is so beautiful. And I even walked through, let me tell you, the person that doesn't want to do a hike. We did this one that took us out whale watching. It was like a photo safari, they called it. So they took us out in a small boat, and this is in Juneau site, like whale watching. Loved that. That was fabulous. Then they
especially because it was a smaller boat.
Yeah, that's key.
And they had windows that would fold up inside against the roof.
Oh, they went inside?
Yeah, they went inside up against the roof so that then you had an open shot. Yeah. You didn't, and everybody had open shot. You didn't have to worry about glass being in your way.
Yeah. So then they took us next. They just pulled over to the road and knew where to go on this trail, just a little ways through the rainforest. And I had no idea. You would never guess how much is flora and fauna is growing in that forest there. And then we popped out where we had a beautiful view of the Mendenhall Glacier. So, and that wasn't like tough hiking at all. We didn't go up or down. We just walked along and got to see a pretty waterfall and everything. So just putting that out there. There's a lot to see.
And here's your comedy for the evening. We saw flora and fauna, but no Merriweather.
Yeah. Thanks, Gordon.
I've been reminded about who the princesses are from our granddaughters.
We do have ticket numbers. Oh, I am so glad you got your ticket numbers
There
for
you
your
go.
May 8th cruise, Sim Princess. Can you remind me what the dates are for Antarctica? Patty, it's the Antarctica is January 25th of 2026, 17 nights, so it ends on February 11th. And the Eclipse cruise on Princess hasn't been released yet. We're
Right.
waiting on that.
The Eclipse
So, I'll
itself
let
is
you know.
August 12th.
It's also very exciting,
Yeah.
isn't it? Yeah, August 12th. So it'll be in August.
Mhm.
Yeah. So Norma's just back from the Regal Princess Transatlantic. I am so glad you got to go on that.
I like what Holly says they did in Haines.
They just walked around, found a truck serving halibut fish and chips. I
Nice.
bet that was yummy.
Now,
Yeah.
had you stopped in Haines? Was the ship anchored there because of the stuff in Skagway? Because
Yeah, Holly, tell us, because you can
Yeah.
also book ferry tickets in advance if you want to. Like if you know that you want to be to Haines by a certain time, like you're meeting a tour guide there, or you just want to go walk around and you want to be on the 9 a.m. ferry ride or whatever, you can like pre-book those tickets before you even go on your cruise. Just wanted to tell you that on the ferry system there. So Jane, nice to see you. Just got off the Crown Saturday, had dinner one night with a couple from Haines. Oh, I bet that was
Nice.
fun. I bet it was really fun. I always love to hear from people that live in Alaska, often how they came to live in Alaska, right? Because the lady that drove the bus when we went on that airboat ride, what's so funny?
Just the way she got there.
Yeah, she told us all about how she ended up living there and met her husband and how happy they are, and they've raised their family there. So
Yeah.
Anyway, and Lois said they visited Sitka while on a cruise on the Alaska Marine Highway and loved it. I am so excited for you next year. Oh, you're going to do that Los Angeles. So if anybody doesn't know, it's like doesn't have tons of availability left, but Princess is running that one cruise on the Grand Princess August 30th. 14 days round trip out of LA. So, and I still have some group space. We're not going to go, but I still have some group space, and it's better. The price is better than what they're selling, like a chunk better than they're selling it for right now. So, yeah. Thanks, everybody. Please hit the thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't. Like if you haven't subscribed and you're brand new here, you're going to want to subscribe to stick with us. And if you've been watching, please subscribe.
Button.
I know I feel silly having to ask all the time, but it matters. So thank you very much. Let's see. Where have you guys stayed in Athens? Oh, you know what? We have stayed at a few places. This time we stayed when we were just there. We stayed at the Athens Gate Hotel. And that location is my favorite out of the ones that we've stayed at so far, I think. None of them have been bad. There's a lot of availability in that whole area around. There's like the Hotel Cypria, there's the Intercontinental, there's I used to stay at the Hilton there until it's gone now. And then the Athens Gate we just stayed at.
The nice thing with the Athens Gate that we found was we were on the front side of the hotel, which looked at the temple of, what do they call it? Olympian Zeus. Mm-hmm. Then we went up to breakfast. And
and other hotels have this too.
Right.
Yeah.
And so it's a rooftop restaurant, and around the back, and we sat there, and there she is looking up at the Acropolis.
It's beautiful.
And we just sat there and ate a very Mediterranean breakfast.
Oh, it was very Greek. It was very good. And it was good Greek. It wasn't even your fast food.
Yeah.
Like, no, it was really, really good.
Incredible.
Yeah. And the night before when we got there, we just walked over, and there were eating places so that you could eat and just look up at the Acropolis lit up at night. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So we like that. But the other, like the Hotel Cypria has a dining place up on top. I think the Intercontinental does too. Mm-hmm. The Intercontinental is the one that Princess uses. It's an IHG hotel property. It's
tied in with Holiday Inn.
But it's listed as 5-star. So it's nice. It's not quite as close, but there are a lot of places right around there. And I would think for the most part you couldn't go wrong.
Yeah.
So yeah. There's a lot of, I'm trying to remember the name of the other place. I can't remember.
There was a Moxie one, wasn't there?
Yep, there's a Moxie right there. There's Ibis right there. There's
it's on the other side of the Plaka.
There's so many places right there. So yeah, it's not hard to find somewhere to stay right there. Yeah. But it's nice when you stay close enough that it's not far to walk. So.
And the nice thing was when we flew into Athens, after we had checked, after I had made the reservations at the Athens Gate, it gave me a link to a car service. and that was the car service that took us in, and it was a 45-minute ride, and it was comparable to a taxi price.
But we kept his name because the whole way in. So he
was
picks
good.
he picks
talked,
that up
and
as just
really
extra
good.
work, but he does tours. So you can say, I want to go down and see the Corinth Canal, and he'll take you on a day trip down there. Or I want to go to, what's that place I want to go?
Delphi?
Yeah. Or, and he'll just take you. And so we kept his number for that because he was a really good driver, kind of youngish guy, probably like in his upper 30s is what I would guess. Is that what you would guess?
Yeah.
But, so we can text him now, just message him. You have him on WhatsApp. And then just, and
No,
he,
actually,
and he
it's
offered.
It's in that driving app.
Oh,
Ride
but
app.
he offered, he's like, keep my number, and when you come again, he would have like signed us up for a tour the next day if we wanted, but we had to get on the Sun Princess, so we didn't.
Yeah.
But anyway, that's a lot about Athens, isn't it? So let's see. Steve Lewis was on the Emeralds and quite the entertainer. He made the noon update quite an anticipated event. How fun is that? So he got off in Fort Lauderdale, with don't know when he's coming back. That's really fun. I'm glad you had a good captain. Yeah.
So there you are again.
Oh yeah, Amy said Captain Bye Bye is on the seascape, not on the seashore. That's really fun. Yeah. Let's see. Oh, this is Anne. She is coming. She wants to do 362. See? Okay.
I think we're getting it.
Yeah, that'll be great. I'll know to ask. Yes, Lois, I got you. I got you. Michael and Karen.
Love both.
Okay. Michael. Okay. You guys are so awesome. Thank you. See, I think it's just going to be fun. Okay. Thanks. Thank you.
And Holly said,
oh, they stopped. Oh, so you didn't have a lot of time to go anywhere, but just
that
for a little
sounded
while.
like it was a perfect thing for you.
Yeah, that's awesome. Glad you got to walk around. We'll have to remember to look for the halibut there. Yeah, I like that. There's Rena. Hey, Rena, good to see you. Oh, Carrie is off. Yeah. Take care, Carrie, and travel so safely.
Yeah, have a good time.
Godspeed. Yeah, and all of you. Yeah, thanks for coming. Is anybody else? Are we done? Are we?
Well, I'll say Yoko said to Carrie, which means have a good trip.
Yeah. No, does anybody have any? Let's see.
Any other questions?
Yeah. Any other questions, or are we good? I guess.
I'm glad we got to talk about Alaska.
I know, it's so exciting.
That Alaska season coming up. Watch her video tonight. She talks about Alaska, so it popped up here. Just
it's been on my mind.
Yeah.
So I'm glad you guys asked. So no, thanks you guys for coming along. Are we to the end?
Yes.
Are we done with the questions? Anybody have anything else? Oh yeah, I like NorCal. Jen says she's bon voyage. Yeah, he'll be on a ship again before we know it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So thanks so much for coming, everyone. We really enjoy getting to see you. I don't know that we'll do one Friday night. Our daughter and her family are coming to town. They don't know if they're coming Friday or Saturday. If they don't come Friday, we'll do one Friday night. But if they do, then we won't.
Which that also precludes us from
Jim and
next
Sigrid,
Monday,
good to see you guys. Yeah, watch the whole thing again if you just got here late. It's good to have you all. And it's really good to see you. And I'll be talking to you all again really soon. You all take really good care. God bless you. Love you. Bye-bye.